Over a couple of classes here, and I'm gonna do this quick video for y'all. I'm mainly talking to my first period right now. For the rest of y'all today and tomorrow, this is to help you progress through Unit 1, Lesson 1.13 without me, because we're taking the STAR test in the beginning, and I know some people finish earlier or later, and so this is a way for you to work through your own. So hopefully you had headphones so you can go through this video. If you were in my first or third period class, my video for that assignment yesterday, or I should say on Tuesday, was right here, between here. So if you're not really checking this home screen, you need to be. I had some people, third period asking me, are we having a Zoom class? And I had a lot of notes right here between the title and if you're not in this class. So I had several bullets there telling you what we were doing and that you need to be back in at 12 so I could do attendance. So just really make sure that you really view this home screen. I need to update this because we're working on lesson 1.12. I won't be doing Mentimeter or group slides for this lesson just because I want y'all to be able to work through your own and finish through 1.13. And also down here, if you're planning on coming to the game to represent our seniors, make sure you're there at like 6:15 or 6:30. 6:30 is when they're going to start announcing our seniors for both St. Augustine and Palaca High. All right, so in modules, this is where everything is in my class. I know that you are having a hard time navigating several different Canvas classrooms for 7 different classes. And I know us teachers don't always do the same thing. I will say it is easier for us to have our own way here in Canvas and in our classes for 150 students or more. And it's less work for you to really learn how to navigate 7 classes versus us try to compile so many different realms and subjects into one way, because math is taught very differently than English, than history, than science, than allied health and welding and automotive and all of that. So I thank you for your putting your effort in to work through all of our stuff in here. We're going to be using this again, so you definitely need to have this up with all of your annotations ready to go. And then coming down here, I would also pull up 1.12 again. You want that up with all of your descriptive outlines. I allowed you to work with a group. I showed you my model. If you didn't see that, it's in that 1.12 video. And then you were supposed to do these 3 on your own. So you really kind of want these. These are helpful as well. And here is 1.13, and the video for 1.13 is going to go right below here. Actually, I kind of have this in the wrong spot. Bam. I don't have slides for this video for this particular lesson. I apologize. I figured a video would just be a little bit more helpful for me to walk you through it than you have to navigate slides and a video and everything else. So no slides this time, straight up video. Here we go. So there's a 3-part to 1.13. First part is interpreting the task. I'm basically showing you how to break down a prompt. So the directions are to read the following essay prompt and underline every verb phrase, every single one of them. So if you don't know what a verb phrase is, you are on a computer, go look it up. So here is the prompt. Write an essay in which you explain how Sherry Turkle builds an argument to persuade her audience that experiencing empathy is a uniquely human experience. As you compose your essay, consider how Turkle uses the following features. So they're giving you some features that you can focus on, or you always have the choice to use features of your own from, obviously, her writing piece. And you're using these features to strengthen the logic and persuasiveness of her argument. Note, your essay should not explain whether or not you agree with Turkle. This is not an argumentative essay that you're writing here. It's not whether you agree or not. You are explaining how she builds an argument to persuade her audience. Okay, you are in between. You're not showing that you agree with her, you don't agree with her, you're just giving information. Y'all feel like sometimes this is the hardest essay to write because you cannot take a side and it's hard not to take a side, but I do want you to practice this particular essay format in case you are throwing this on FSA. So once you underline every verb phrase, you're going to come down here, and this should only take you maybe about 2 minutes as you're reading your underlining verb is. Y'all know what a verb is. It's an action word. And then you're going to take all those underlines and you're going to give them either a yellow highlight or a blue highlight. So which verb phrases or clauses provide you with more detail about what you need to do as a writer of this essay? And then which verb phrases or clauses tell you more about what you should be looking for in the argument? You've got 5 minutes to do that. I want you to pause the video right now and take your 5 minutes to go and highlight. And then I'm going to show you how I would do it, but you need to do it on your own first to see how well you can do it. All right, so welcome back. You should have paused and taken you about 5 minutes. Y'all got phones. You can easily take your phone and set that timer. So here's what you kind of should have had. Write an essay. Should have been highlighted in yellow. Oop, here's my highlighting button right here. And then you are explaining how. All right, so this is the stuff that you need to do as a writer. And then the stuff that you are looking for, what you should be looking for in her bit is how she builds an argument to persuade her audience that experiencing empathy is uniquely human experience. So that's what you were looking for in that text. I'll need that right now. Okay, so that's our first bit. And then you are composing. This is what you're doing, composing, considering how. So that's like it's all about how. How's she doing this? How's she doing that? And then you're also looking for how she uses the following features, right? You're looking at that as well. So this is what you're doing. This is what you're looking for. What you are doing as a writer, what you're looking for as a reader to do, what you need to do as a writer. And you're looking for those features that are strengthening her logic. That's what you're looking. That's what you're looking. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for evidence. You're looking evidence that supports. Notice I'm not highlighting the whole thing. I'm being very, very picky with what I'm highlighting here. And the only thing it doesn't tell me what to highlight here is the and part. So I am not going to include the and only because this helps my mind to decipher between the two areas. It makes this look like two pieces instead of one whole piece. And so I break it up into two pieces when I read it. We're also looking for stylish and persuasive elements and that add power. That's, there has to be the elements that add power to her writing. That's what I'm looking for there. And last but not least, down here, you're going to have 2 yellows. So as a writer, you should not explain whether or not you agree with Turkle's claims. So that's something that you should not do as a writer. But what you should do is you should explain how it builds her argument. That's what you should do. So this is kind of what you should have came up with along the lines. If you were close to this, that's amazing. Good job. Congratulations. And you can leave yours the way it is. If you wanted to change yours about to look like mine, I welcome you for that feature. So in this video, just for all intents and purposes, I'm going to undo all these highlighting. So if you want to pause the video now and do your highlighting the way mine looks, you're welcome to do that because I'm about to start deleting all my highlighting. And there it goes. All right, so the second part is gathering ideas. All arguments present a claim and support it with some type of evidence and reasoning, but all take very different forms depending on how the writer develops the argument. So we're going to revisit the article, told you were going to need that, and your annotations, and come up with a list of the specific elements of Turkle's argument that you wish to consider in your analysis. Cast a very wide net, gather lots of ideas, and use the chart below to organize your ideas using the prompt suggested focus. So as you're looking through this, you're thinking about where are evidence, facts, and examples that support the claim, where's her reasoning, her developing ideas that connect claim to evidence, and where's her stylistic or persuasive elements that really add power. And you're going to organize them in these 3 charts. So below is a chart organized for you to gather ideas for each column. Put all the evidence in here, all your reasoning in here, and all your stylistic persuasive elements in here. You may use bullets, numbers, or a paragraph format to collect your ideas. My teacher book that I use, to help me make these for you, it uses a paragraph feature. I'm not a big fan of it. I like bullets. I like to be very listy. So this is also your choice of what looks best for you and what works best for you when you are gathering ideas. So you need about maybe, I want to say 10 to 15 minutes to do this. So I would pause the video, collect your ideas, and then come back. All right, so welcome back. Hopefully you paused, did your stuff, and now you're on the third piece, narrowing the focus. So you want to cast a wide net to have as much stuff as possible. This is kind of part of the planning process here. Now, which examples might relate more closely to one another or might relate to one of the specific assertions of Turkle's argument? So you want them relating closely to one another because as you write, it's easier to transition from one idea to the next when they're very closely related. And it allows your essay to keep a focused and organized flow, making you have that higher score for the FSA. So if you need help figuring out, which ones relate more closely or which ones relate to one more specific assertion, an assertion is, something that she's saying hardcore to her argument, you can ask yourself these questions. What does the writer want you to believe and how do you know this? What does the writer want you to feel and how do you know this? And then what does the writer want you to do and how do you know this? These are questions just to support and help you. If you have an idea of which ones you want to use in the order you want to use them, you go for it. But below, this is the last part. I need those 3 to 4 key pieces pulled from all of this up here that should be nice and big. I need 3 to 4 key pieces of information you'll be using to conduct your essay, and try to put it in a very specific order. Your least reason to your best reason down here. Okay, make sure you have that reason, you have that evidence. It's all kind of in here for you to pull for the next piece. That is the end of Unit 1, Lesson 1.13. On 1.14, we will be taking all this information and starting to plan our essay, and then we're going to write our essay next week as well. All right, so I hope this has been helpful.